The nation's tuned into him for 17 years. And for that, I know, that's how old you are, Greg. And the last 6 millions of people across the country have woken up each morning with Radio 1's Greg James.
Yeah, but when breakfast is over and Greg heads home, he's recently been acting like a bit of a twit. Oh, that's true. You're not a twit. You're not a twit.
No, I am a twit. You're all right.
Okay.
Absolutely true. That's because he's been hard at work bringing back to life. This is such an honour.
Yeah.
Two of the world's most loved children's characters, Roald Dahl's The Twit. Greg, my mind is blown at this, especially the story of how this even come along. There is no way that you would ever believe that such a protected brand, let's say, like Roald Dahl or anything like that, would just go, yeah, go on.
Arrested Greg.
Well, yeah, what happened?
Well, we're amazing, and they said, do you want to write a new adventure? Well, so I've been writing children's books with Chris Smith for about 8 years now.
Yeah.
We did the Kid Normal series, and we were due to release another one of our own books this year, but then this came along. The Roald Dahl Story Company, as you said, had an idea. They said, do you want to write a story with the Twits? We will allow you to do it. And we went, yep, absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because, you know, Roald Dahl, Matilda, Danny Champion of the World, the Twits, they were the first books that I ever read as a kid. Got me into reading, and the stories are still incredible. The characters are still incredible. They're loved. But the original Twits was like nearly 40 years ago.
It's a long
so it is amazing. We didn't actually think about that while we were writing because you get overwhelmed. But we had such a great time writing a brand new adventure. It's not a retelling. This is a new story. We've added some new characters to it, but you've still got the disgusting, revolting Twits at the centre of it.
Wow, so you've been, you know, have the responsibility of bringing in all these new characters. What are they like?
So the idea is it's called The Twits Next Door.
Yeah.
And imagine the Twits have some new neighbours, and imagine you move in next door to the Twits. That's essentially the premise. So this family you can see behind me...
Oh, these are all the illustrations from the book?
Yeah, these are the amazing illustrations of Emily Jones. They're incredible. This whole thing has been such a joy to do. So the lovely family live next door. And we thought, what's the funniest thing? Let's put the loveliest, most saccharine family next door to these horrible, nasty Twits and see what happens. And can the lovely family ever think that anyone's not lovely? Because they look positively on the world. They think everything's joyful. They think everything's brilliant. But they face to face with the Twits. And also, the Twits hate anyone that's happy. They hate other people. They hate kids more than anything. And we thought, let's put some kids and a lovely family next door to them and see what happens.
Well, look, here is the book, The Twits Next Door. It's by Greg and Chris Smith. It's so exciting that you've got to do this. And like you said, with Kid Normal and everything, we know how fantastic you guys are. But to take that name at the top, Roald Dahl, on your book, how does that feel?
Well, it was weird because we weren't overwhelmed by it, really, because we are fans of these characters and these stories. So we didn't want to let ourselves down. Yeah. So it wasn't like we were sitting there going, we mustn't let the children down. It was like, we know these characters really, really well. We know we can play with them, essentially, because they're so well known. Yeah. There's a shorthand already. People know about the disgusting beard. Yeah. They know about the hair and the flies around their head and stuff. So people know already about these characters.
But where can we take them now?
Yeah, and we added some new people into the mix, like the lovely family, and put some kids in it. We love writing young characters in our stories anyway.
So kids as well.
So Kid Normal was a group of kids, and all the other books we've done have been centred around a group of kids. So we're like, actually, maybe 2 kids in this story would be fantastic.
The Twits would be quite fun. We're in a bit of a setting here, Greg, where I've got to say, this sofa's quite low for us. Yeah. It feels like we just want to do this. You look like you could be doing a little bedtime story for us.
Got the voice for it.
Would you like a little story?
Yes.
Yes, please. We would love a story.
OK, this is your bedtime story.
Thank you.
OK, so we do the... oh, wow, we're getting...
Yeah, babe, we've got bucket.
It's bedtime, dear. What budget? Just turn the lights down.
Yeah.
So we also do these in audiobook. So Chris does the narration and I do all the voices. I put my drama degree to good use.
Here we go.
So here we go. There's a little bit of the book which features the 2 kids. This is Rough and Tumble. And basically their parents, the lovelies, don't believe the kids that these people are actually horrible and are playing pranks on them. So the kids decide to break into the Twits' house to get some evidence to show their mum and dad and go, look, these people are nasty. They are trying to get you out of the house. So here we go with a scene where Rough and Tumble, the 2 kids, are hiding in a wardrobe in Mr. and Mrs. Twit's house. The twins darted into the wardrobe and closed the door just as Mrs. Twit reached the top of the stairs. Unfortunately for Rough and Tumble, the wardrobe was exactly where Mrs. Twit was heading. She'd come upstairs to fetch a coat. But when she opened the wardrobe door, she was startled to find two very similar-looking children inside staring back at her. Mrs. Twit let out a long yowl like a scorched seagull and collapsed on the bedroom floor. Rough and Tumble, terrified, screamed right back at her. "What is it? What's going on?" yelled Mr. Twit from downstairs, hearing the yelp and the thump. "Demons!" screamed Mrs. Twit. "There's demons in the wardrobe! Wardrobe demons!" Mr. Twit rushed upstairs. "They're not demons, you daft wash basin!" he snarled, peeking nervously round the bedroom door. "It's worse than that. It's children!" yelled Mrs. Twit in disgust, fumbling for her thwacking stick. The twins, desperate to escape from this foul couple, leaped out of the wardrobe and darted under the closest bed. "Poke 'em out!" urged Mrs. Twit, and she got down on her tummy, thrusting her stick beneath the bed like a snooker cue. "We'll catch 'em and bake 'em into a lovely pie."
Oh, my
amazing.
God! That was
Good night.
the best story time I think I've ever heard in my life.
You come round and do that for us,
Love to.
please, just one night.
Yeah,
Just
love to.
So
absolutely.
good,
Yeah.
all the voices.
The
we go-
voices are impressive.
One of the things we like to do when we write these is we like to go to schools and go to libraries and do shows for kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually one of the really fun things is because I don't know if you can tell, I love performing.
Yeah.
But I like encouraging kids to sort of read stories, but also let them know that you can write them. Because when I was a kid, a radio presenter came to my school as a sort of guest. And it was the first time I saw a human being who was doing a job that I wanted to do. And that's quite straightforward, that little connection, you don't think how important that is. But actually, if a kid sees an author come to the school, they go, "Oh, that's just a person. I could do that."
Yeah, I could do
and
that.
that's one of the things is that we like getting out there and doing those sorts of things.
And what's been the responses from the kids, you know, when you're doing all those voices and
They
reading
hate it.
those stories? Do they? What they get?
No, it's really good. The first chapter actually
Yeah.
is we set the tone quite quickly with a chapter called "Mrs. Twit fills the toilet with wasps."
Fine.
So we start with that one in the school events, and essentially it's a whole chapter about Mr. Twit sitting on a toilet full of wasps, and they love that sort of thing. So they love
Love it.
but kids love that sort of revolting thing. Of
course they do.
That sort of mean thing, and also the baddies not winning. Like
Yeah.
the Twits don't win. Like spoiler, but that it's important
Brilliant,
that they
I
don't, and that sort of love and happiness and like silliness prevails really over these nasty two.
But the audiobook, I mean, if that's anything to go by, it's going
Yeah.
to be incredible. Did
Yeah.
you base Mrs. Twit on an angry Alan Carr?
Well, actually, do you know what? The voice is not a million miles away from a sort of a slightly more screechy Rylan.
Oh, OK, fine. I can hear a little...
I think you can do a good Mrs. Twit, can you?
I think I'll be all right.
See?
I'll do the next one
Yeah.
for you.
I wouldn't say it was Linda.
No, it's not far off.
No.
To be
You
fair.
know, a bit
But
like
she gets
that.
wound up.
Yeah.
You've been at radio today. How's it all going over at Radio 1? You still having a ball of a time over there?
Do you know what? I really am. It's a funny one. I've been doing the breakfast show for nearly 6 years. 6 years next week. And I am constantly surprised by how much I love it. And I love getting up still. And I find it challenging still. And I find new bits of it that excite me. And I get to work with brilliant new people and sort of young people who are excited about being in radio. And I still find it really fun.
It's honestly so
what an
lovely
honour
to
to
see
meet
that.
you.
I think you can tell.
Yeah.
If someone's on
You
the radio
love it.
and they're not enjoying it, you go,
Yeah. You
Sounds
literally
like they're phoning it in.
love
But
it.
I genuinely love sitting there doing stupid stuff all day.
You're incredible.
amazing, mate. And I
Honestly,
like all
Greg.
your pranks as well. They're absolutely brilliant.
You're very naughty, and it's all in here
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
The Twits Next Door by Greg James and Chris Smith. There it is.
Thanks.
Make sure you go and get it for the kids. Always love to see you, Greg.
Thanks so much.
Come back
Greg,
soon.
well done.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
It's a boot
It's like
camp.
Fame
yes.
Academy on steroids.
Yes, and the boys you saw there are all here with us now. So please welcome the members of the British K-pop train boy band, Blaze. We've got Dexter.
Hello.
We've got James. We've got Ollie.
Hello.
And we've got Reese.
I should
welcome
say,
to This Morning.
You guys, you are Dear Alice. It's so nice to meet you. And you all did your best boy band, one of them down the lens, giving like live and kicking days.
Blaze, can you...
This is so surreal.
Yeah, and you've all got it. We've met you, and you know when you just meet people, you think, you have definitely got it.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you. But Blaze, for anybody that's watching at home is not quite sure what K-pop is, can you just explain for me, please?
Yeah, so So K-pop stands for Korean pop.
Right.
And K-pop, as we know, has been around for sort of 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a mix of choreography and music in many different genres, which comes together to form sort of an audio and visual experience.
And it's massive. I mean,
Yeah,
K-pop
it's
has
huge.
taken over the music industry worldwide. So to go for an experience like this, let's just be honest, it's not like we've just found you on the street, you've never done a two-step in your life. Blaze, you went to the Brit School, didn't you?
I did go to
so,
the
I mean,
Brit
you have
School,
been,
yeah.
you've been in training for something like this for a while now.
I was very lucky to go to the Brit School from 14 to 18, so I've been through a bit, but
Got a nice waistcoat out of it as well.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And Dexter, you're from quite a musical family as well, aren't you? So can you explain a little bit about your background for us?
Yeah, I kind of got into performing just because as a kid I had way too much energy. So my parents were like, what are we going to do with it? And then, yeah, I just used to love going to parties and dancing about. And then my dad was really, he was like a DJ in some festivals back in the day. He owned a few clubs out in Shoreditch. So I was always kind of surrounded like backstage by like music.
You were clubbing
everywhere.
at 10, is that what you're trying to tell
Not
me?
quite, not quite. Watching.
Watching. James, a lot of people know you already because you're a bit of a social media star. A lot of people on TikTok absolutely love you, they follow you. What made you want to take part in this experience?
You know, I mean, it's not really shown on social media, but I'm a massive lover of music, and I've been dancing my whole life. So going into this is like a dream come true. Like being able to dance with and sing with these boys is just it's just amazing. Stop, guys! Stop! No, but it's awesome.
Give it a year, they'll all be arguing.
No, but I think I heard about. We auditioned for this project, found out about it, and I didn't really think of much of it at first. I didn't think I'd be in a boy band, but here I am. Yeah. Here I am. It's amazing.
So this morning now.
Yeah, I'm on this morning.
What's all going on?
Hi everyone. Hi Mum.
And Ollie, how did you get into all this then?
I've just been doing it for a really long time. I've been sort of put into it when I was a baby by my mum. She thought I was quite a good-looking baby, so put me up for a Bonnie Baby competition. And then from there, it sort of spiralled into singing and dancing and acting. But she really loved performing when she was younger too, so she sort of passed that on to me, and she did a lot of modelling, so I hopefully got a few of her good looks.
It's just carried on. You thought, go for the boy band now.
Yeah, and now we're here, which is incredible. Hiya, Mum and Nana.
This is the cutest thing.
to get one.
Reece, I've got to say, not a lot of people can come on this show and rock double denim, but you're doing it.
Right.
He is.
I would make a Bewitched reference, but I think you're all too young to know what you're talking about. Reece, a boy band, it's quite tough, not only trying to do this alone, but to do this with 4 other guys. I take it you guys didn't really know each other before this experience, or did a couple of you know each other?
Yeah, no, so before, I mean, we auditioned back in October, November of last year. We were all obviously very, very fresh to this. We weren't totally clued up about what the project actually was.
And then a bit secret. It was, I might put you on a plane.
It was a little bit. And then obviously we all kind of found ourselves going out to Korea, and we've, kind of bonded since, and we formed the brotherhood that's now sat here.
So you are a proper brotherhood then now?
We are.
Yeah.
You properly bonded?
Yeah.
How was the whole experience? Because South Korea, at the best of times, is crazy, it's busy, there's a lot going on. But when you're basically put in what looks like a military boot camp at some points, with what you were wearing as well, the choreographers, the dancing, the singing, how much is that pressure on you boys?
It's a lot, yeah. There's a huge K-pop standard which we're trying to reach.
It's higher.
And yeah, it's massive. And we didn't really understand what we're getting ourselves into until we're out there and really got to meet some artists and see them perform. And then we really had to stand back and go, wow, this is huge. I think the closest thing you can compare it to in Britain is probably like the football culture and how you go to the pub, the football's always on. You get in a taxi, K-pop is on a TV in the back seat. Like, it's everywhere, and it's really integrated into the community. So it's massive, it's huge, yeah.
Blaze, what was the feedback like for you guys out there then?
The feedback, so at first it's very honest. So at first it was slightly hard to hear.
Oh, really? They're harsh, are they? Quite harsh?
It seems harsh,
right.
But what we learned throughout what we learned throughout the process is it's all done with love. Because they were really, really behind us. They wanted us to succeed. They wanted us to get better. And they knew what we had to do to get there. So it was honest, but it was done with love.
And
so
the fact that you were obviously part of this experience, Dex, means that you really got to work with the queen of K-pop.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we got to work with the amazing Heejun, who is like part of the training system at SM. And it was honestly an honour, even to be in the room with her and get her to like give me feedback on my performing was just amazing. And everyone over there at SM, it's just we got to work with the sickest choreographers, the vocal
we're
coaches.
talking like top tier.
Top tier.
Like
and it
she's
was
like
just
Simon Cowell, but even scarier.
Well, sometimes we'd be sat there asking them who they've kind of worked with or choreographed for, and we'd have to pinch ourselves because it'd just be like, it's insane.
It's just so ridiculous. So now you've done this experience, what's next for you boys? Like, is this a thing now? Is Dear Alice here to stay?
yeah.
I'd say watch this space.
Yeah.
No, don't give me that! I know you've got management over there. Don't say a word.
Well, you've got a lot of hard work in front of you, haven't you, James? You know, being in a boy band is hard. It is very hard.
Yeah, I mean, we're training. We're training very hard, and we're, you know, bonding and staying strong as a team. And I think, I mean, hard work is going to pay off, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Wow.
We are genuinely so thrilled to meet you five.
Yeah.
And just remember, when you are the biggest boy band in the world, remember how lovely we were to you.
Yeah.
Of course.
And we want tickets for every show.
Yes.
We want to bring the family. We want to be on that jet as well.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right? Boys, congratulations. I hope it goes fantastic for you. Made in Korea, the K-pop experience starts on BBC One and iPlayer at 5:15 on Saturday. Good luck, boys.
Stay strong, boys. Stay strong.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
We're having a love-in. It's been too long since we've seen each other. What's going on in 30 seconds? Joining us now are the hosts and real-life power couple, may I add, Emma and Matt Willis. It is so gorgeous
We
to see
keep
you.
getting called a power couple.
You are.
And it's going to our heads.
But I've said that to you for years. I'm like, I want to be you. That's what I want. How are you, first and foremost?
Good. How are you?
Powerful.
Lovely.
Thank you.
We need to talk about Love is Blind UK. This has just taken over. Everywhere I look,
I know.
there's your two faces.
Sorry.
No, I love it. I love seeing the more of you. #1 in the UK on Netflix. I think it was #3 in America the other day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all, but can you believe the success of it already?
Yes, in a way, yes, because it's huge around the world. The American one is massive and it's popping up in every country now. So we had every hope that it would be, but you always have that element of fear that yours is the one that's going to be the flop.
we felt some pressure.
Yeah, we did feel pressure.
Yeah.
And it's just been so well received and it's been brilliant, hasn't it?
I mean,
It's been
we had to
so
wait
good.
a year to watch it as well.
Yeah.
So
Because
we
you
only
obviously
watched
film
it
in
recently.
advance.
So we waited a whole year and we're like, why aren't they showing us anything?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Because it's rubbish?
It's because it's rubbish. But when we watched it, we're like, oh, this is wicked. This is brilliant.
I'm like you are a big brother. I am with Love is Blind. I've watched the American series. I've watched the South American series, the Brazilian series. I tried to watch the Japanese series, but the subtitles were a bit off for me. But I could.
The Mexican series is meant to be fantastic.
Is it?
It is.
Apparently, yeah, I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good as the UK one,
No,
though.
it's good as the UK.
Sorry, not as good as the
Absolutely.
UK.
one.
But it is lovely to have a dating show because we are living in a dating world that's so soulless now. It's like swipe, swipe.
My
and
finger
this-
hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this many times.
We have.
Rylan.
I think every time we see each other, to be honest.
And this show explores those real connections because, you know, they don't come along very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you find them, you've got to work at them, but when you find them, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we heard about the concept, we were like, this is bonkers. How can you fall for someone that you've never seen? Because the way somebody looks obviously plays a massive part in it. And as you said, the dating culture now is literally like pictures of a person and that's kind of it.
And we should say, for anyone who's not seen it, they start off in these pods
Yes, so
where
you,
they can't see
so
each
you
other.
start off in pods, you can't see each other. And what we're hoping is that they will make a connection based purely, as we say in the show, on who they are on the inside. And then, obviously, there comes a point where hopefully they fall in love. If they fall in love, they propose, and only if they propose do they meet each other.
Which happens in 2 weeks.
Which happened...
Yeah.
But OK, I always go back to Big Brother with this, like, because everyone says, yeah, but that can't
It's
happen
what
in
we
2
do.
weeks.
Yeah.
But in the house, when you were in there for 2 weeks, you felt like you'd known
It's like
people
2
for a
months.
lifetime, right?
Yeah.
So that time period is intensified because they date consistently from morning to night. So it starts with speed dating of everybody, then they pick their favourites and they just date a couple of people the whole time.
Yeah.
So you've got 15 contestants that start off, and what's the success rate? What have you got? Have you got about 6 couples that are actually into each other? Or what?
I think we had quite a few proposals.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then obviously you have to go, who do we really believe is going to go the distance?
Right. Yeah.
You know, so we follow like.
I can see you biting your lip.
Yeah.
I know you too well. You're like,
What can I say? What can I say? What can I say?
So today, the next 5 episodes have dropped. So today, it is today, isn't it? I don't know what day it is.
It is today.
Today, episodes 5 to 9 have dropped. So if you haven't seen the first 4, they're on Netflix already, which I'm sure you guys have seen it.
Yeah.
So that's the pods and then the meetings. And then the episodes that have come out today, that's when they go to the retreat where they finally get to spend some time together.
However, there's a little bit of a twist in the tale with Love is Blind because you're in these pods and let's, for argument's sake, say I'm talking to you, Em, at first and I'm like, yeah, I get on really well to her. I think I'm going to propose to her. Then I'll start speaking to Matt and I'm like, actually...
I know you're going to go with
You
Matt.
know I'm going with Matt, let's be honest. But then I start speaking to Matt and I think, right, I'm going to propose to Matt. We make a match. We all go to the retreat, but so do the other couples.
Yeah.
So at the retreat, I could be with Matt, but the first time I physically see you in real life is at the retreat. So I could potentially have my head turned whilst I'm there, thinking I've made the wrong choice.
So once they get to the retreats, they have a mixer where they all meet.
Like a little cocktail party.
Yeah, but only the couples who have proposed. They're the only people on the retreats. Then they go back to the UK and they move in together and they meet each other's friends and families, which is also what has dropped
Which
today.
is a huge moment.
Which is a massive, massive moment. But there's also a mixer in the UK as well, where they will bring back other people who may not have coupled with anybody.
The pod squad.
The pod squads will come back.
It's obsessive.
So then you'll meet everybody that you've dated.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could you imagine the list?
it's
It'd be like Crime Watch. All the headshots for me. That's what it feel like.
It's like...
And then the next 2 episodes that come out, they are the hopeful weddings.
Right, OK.
And then when you've watched, you know, from the beginning to the end, it's like watching a proper love story, you know, when they make it all the way through. How does it feel, you know, when they've met each other, they've found that special connection. How does it feel when you see the couple that make that happen?
I mean, we wanted so badly to be at the weddings.
So
like, we asked so much, but we weren't allowed.
Never!
Yeah, we weren't allowed. They were like, no. They were like, no, you can't go. We're like, why?
Because we just
Yeah.
wanted to be more involved, full
Yeah.
stop, because we're like that, right?
Yeah.
People watching love, want to know what's happening. But the minute it feels like a TV show, you kind of break in the love bubble and you want them to be in that to see, like, the experiment works, really. So
And we turn up and it's like cameras,
hello, welcome
TV
to
time.
the world of telly.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's addictive. And as you said, obviously, episodes 5 to 9 have dropped today on Netflix as well. You can
they're
see 1
great.
to 4. Catch up
And
on it
we're
all
about
now.
to film the reunion.
You're about to do the reunion. I know. So you go away now to the reunion. I know you can't say anything about that. So I'm not going to ask you, because I know you will put your foot in it. But Matt, I've got to write. You will. Matt, I've got to ask you.
Ask me, because I'll put my foot.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I've worked with your lovely wife for many a year.
She puts her foot in it.
She was my telly wife, who I adore. What is it like working with your real wife on the show?
I mean, I love it. I love it so much. We haven't worked together since 2008.
Yeah.
Is that right? We did the spin-off to I'm a Celebrity for a couple of years, and then we haven't done anything since. And then we always said we would if the right thing came up. And then we watched Love is Blind. We're like, oh, this makes perfect sense. You know? And
I
love it.
for it.
Very.
I love it.
Very
I love
much
it.
so.
It's much better than being on a bus with sweaty boys. It's way better.
I mean, you two are you two are the perfect contestants.
We would happily come on. Do a celeb one, we're in.
Oh,
actually, no, don't worry about the celeb one. I'll
There we
just do a
go.
normal one.
Netflix are in the building.
I don't
Did
mind.
you hear that?
Netflix.
Did you hear that?
there we go.
There they are,
There
ready?
they are.
Yeah.
Give me the
There we go.
ring.
We're in.
Right.
We're in.
I'll do it. I'd love to see the pod.
I'm so glad that the UK version is here, and I'm so glad that you two are the hosts.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to
thanks.
binge watch this.
Yeah.
It
So
is
happy
a
for you
brilliant show. So well done, you
Thank you
guys.
so much.
I'm so
Thanks.
glad
We
it's
love
a
it.
success because you deserve it. Nicest
Oh,
couple in
thanks.
telly. You really are.
love
We love you. Good luck with the rest of the series.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
We are so excited because Anne-Marie and Clean Bandit star Grace Chatto are joining us now. Ladies, hello. Thank you for coming in. What an incredible song. And you last worked together in 2016, which was a massive, massive hit. So we are so happy.
That shocked you how long ago it was,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
I was only 12.
Yeah, of course you were. Of course you were.
But this song came out, there was so much demand for it, because you kept teasing it on your tour, didn't you?
Yeah,
And there was so much demand for it from your fans online that you just had to release it.
I did, yeah. People already knew the lyrics.
Yeah, on your second show, they knew the lyrics already.
It was cool. I love doing that, though. I love testing songs in the live show, because then you can actually see if people...
Because you're a tease.
Yeah, I'm a tease.
You're a bit of a tease, I know you are. Grace, it's so lovely to have you on as well. There is something about a Clean Bandit song that is so Clean Bandit, it's ridiculous. I can hear a Clean Bandit song a mile off. Why on earth has it taken you guys so long to get back together?
Well...
Don't blame me.
Is it you?
She's a busy lady.
No, I don't know. You know what? I think sometimes when you work with someone, you think, right, done it, now, and then you don't think about working with them again. But then I thought, I've took some time off, and I thought the most perfect collaboration is people that I've worked with before. Yeah. Clean Bandit, David Guetta, and so we're back.
What was that like, working with David Guetta?
Oh, no, he's great. He's so lovely. He's one of my favourite people. Yeah, he's brilliant. This will be my third song I've done with him.
Oh,
now.
My gosh.
Yeah.
This is our first.
This is your first with David Guetta?
Yeah, he's just got this aura about him, hasn't he?
It's like he's magic.
Yeah.
The wizard.
It is. The wizard. The maestro wizard.
And there is a big meaning behind this song, isn't it? What was the song about, Anne-Marie? Because there's quite a story behind it in there.
Well, I like writing songs about ex-boyfriends. They're mostly angry. But this one, it feels like, when you want someone to want you so bad when you're together, and then they don't give you enough, and then you leave, and then they finally come back after you've said see you later.
Too late.
And it's too late. And I think that's what this song's about, and it's just so satisfying.
Oh, they never want me back. I've never had that.
Oh, no.
I'll have you.
Oh, thanks, Grace. I'm not a pity party.
Do you know what, though? What I love as well, we're just seeing the video now playing behind us as well. Grace, you guys produced the video as well, didn't you? We loved it, and I love the fact that Francis Bourgeois is in the video.
Yeah, oh my God.
I love him so much. So did you just get in touch and be like, do you want to come and get in the video? We're doing it on a train.
Well, we got in touch, actually, to talk to him, to kind of consult with him about how we should make the train look, because we built the train. Actually, my dad built the interior of the train.
Your dad built the train?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. He's never done anything like that before, but he's good with wood. He made my cello, and he makes violins.
He makes cello as well?
Yeah.
Goodness.
But it's not his job. He actually worked on trains. He was working for London Underground for my whole life. So Jack, my bandmate who directed the video, he was like, trains, wood, your dad.
Your dad's going to have to build us a train.
He has to do it. So we asked him, and he had no idea what he was getting into. But
it is beautiful.
Well, we love the song. We love the song.
How lovely is that? So you've got your dad in the music video. You've got Francis Bourgeois in the music video together. So did they all meet then?
They all met, yeah, and my dad wasn't supposed to be in it. He was supposed to be just building, but on the day we were like, can you just sit here?
We need to fill these seats now.
He was like, okay. And
because you were in a band with your dad before, weren't you?
I still am, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's called the Massive Violins.
Oh, amazing.
It's 7 cellos, and we do like covers of pop and rock.
Wow.
Loads of songs.
You fascinate me. Like, genuinely. You
brilliant.
literally fascinate me. We love the fact that you guys have got back together. And also, Anne-Marie, we can't have you without talking about Glastonbury.
Yeah.
That set was incredible.
I know.
Seeing your face, I know.
It was brilliant.
Seeing
I loved
your
it.
face. I remember we first met. I think your very first TV appearance was on my show, I think.
Was it?
It was on Up Late with Rylan years ago. That was your first TV appearance. And seeing you now at Glastonbury, but just owning it. You just command that stage. What does it feel like for that girl that was like, I'd love to do that one day, and now you're up on that stage?
I never would have believed it. If I look back, I never would have known that I would be able to do that. Just out of just so many reasons why. But honestly, I loved that show so much. But the only problem was, right, I wore that silver outfit.
Yeah.
Silver. And, oh, that's a funny picture.
You and your cake.
And I come off stage, and my sound guy went, your outfit was reflecting the sun so much it was like messing with the radio input of your microphone.
What was it made out of? Foil?
Well, yeah. but they were like, it was messing with the thing, and they were like, we didn't even know if your voice was coming out on the microphone, but luckily it was.
Your voice, when you sang Cry Baby, we were watching it, we were in Mexico, and we were tuning in online, and Jack was just so, he was like, the voice, it sounded incredible.
Honestly, we love the song. We really, really do. We love the fact that you guys are back together. Grace, I've got to ask you, who's the next duet? Is it me?
Can you do an audition now?
Yes, I can if you want. Unfortunately, we've got to go to the weather grade. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But no, honestly, guys, we are so thrilled that you guys are back together. Anne-Marie, what's next for you?
Oh, touring.
Touring?
More shows, more music. I'm just, you know, getting back in the swing of it now. So, yeah, more songs.
Nice. More songs for you. And Grace, what about the band? What's happening?
Well, we've got more songs. Our next song is like much faster. It's like trance tempo.
I'm in.
So
I'm sold.
I think
just give me the
like
poll. Drop me an Instagram DM.
And
proper all moon.
Yeah, well done on all those billions of views. You girls have smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
Lovely to see you both. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
In children's film I've ever seen in my life.
I got chills myself, I'm going to admit it.
I'm going to do it again. Terry Hatcher's here, everyone. Terry Hatcher. So lovely to have you on the show, Terry. And, I mean, it's 15 years since the film first came out. It's now been reimagined and it's going to be back in theatres, 3D. Everyone's got the glasses on, having a lovely time. Are you excited for it to come back?
Oh, I'm really excited and honored, too. You know, this was Laika's first stop-motion animated film, and to see that it has resonated for such a long time, that it's still relevant, I think it's because it's just this classic fairy tale of, you know, you want something that you don't have, you seek the thing that you think is going to be better, and then you find out in the end that it's not. And I think everyone can relate to that. But I also just think, as we were discussing before, the artistry of it,
it's incredible.
Just the incredible masters that physicalize like sculpture, you know, that's what this work is, that takes years and years to put a film like this together. And to see that there's a space for people to honor it again, and also for new generations of people, families, to find it in theatres. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know what stop motion is, it's a bit like we've got a Wallace and Gromit version, and they spend absolutely weeks just to get 1 second. Did you ever go behind the scenes to their because they edit out a whole scene, don't they? But they've really got to move one tiny little section.
It's insane. Yes, I think it's 24 movements a second. I mean, that's, if you imagine having 24 frames, you have to shoot 24 different frames to get a second. I think, if I have that right. But it took about, my recording of the voice was probably over 3 years, and about a year into it, that was just my recording. I mean, I think the whole movie is maybe 7 or more. But I got to go up with my daughter, who was 9 at the time, to the studios in Portland, Oregon. And that was the first time I got to walk through the sets. And I mean, big stages like this with big cameras, and then tiny little Coraline dolls, you know, moving into houses that are all, you know, built, and somebody knitting tiny little sweaters for the little models to wear. I mean, it's an insane amount of work, an insane amount of artistry and mastery that these craftsmen have to be able to put something like this together.
And because you know the time, the energy, the patience, you've just got so much respect for this film.
You can sense that. Really, I really, really do. When I saw it again for the first time in many years a few months ago, and when I looked at it, I thought, this is just, it is like a piece of art, you know, like it should just be hanging on a wall in a museum, and it's just so great that you can go to a theatre and be a part of it.
Well, it's coming back. As you said, it's been reimagined in 3D. I think it's out on the 15th of August. I think it's going into theatres over here. It's a children's film, but for any parents out there, maybe like newer parents that have got kids now and think, oh, I'm going to take the kids along to see them, it comes with a little bit of a warning, doesn't it?
Well, it's rated PG. I think you guys have the same system.
Yeah, I mean, Josie sees that as please go. So, I
think it's, you know, it's parental guidance, but it means, I mean, I think it's family. You should go with your children. And I always, as a mom, when my child was young, and still, I always look at things as an opportunity to have discussions. So, you know, I feel like it pushes the scary right up to the edge. But as I said, it's a heroine story, meaning Dakota Fanning voices Coraline. And Coraline is an adventurous, independent, curious, spunky girl who, yes, pushes the line, but then ultimately saves the day. So that's an inspiring you know, character for a child to watch.
Well, if you haven't gone out there, go and watch it. It's going to be in theatres on the 15th of August. It's all in 3D. It's very, very special. A lot of years have gone into making this
And it's
film.
got a special meaning behind it as well. It's got a good story behind it as well.
It is a really good story.
Warm. It is warm.
And with beautiful performances from everyone.
Terry, you know what I'm going to talk about now.
Oh, I think I do.
Get your apple out, girls. Desperate Housewives. In my opinion,
I feel like I've met the biggest fan.
You have?
Like I say, you know,
here I am.
I think I
actually
have.
went to
You win the award.
I was in Universal City about 10 years ago. I had meetings out there, and I knew that the Desperate Housewives set was somewhere.
Right.
I got escorted by security out. And honestly,
did you get to go up there?
No, I did not. No, I nearly got arrested.
Oh, yeah, it's It's amazing.
Yeah.
You've got Jaws there, and it's just up from Jaws, isn't it?
Just up from Jaws. All right. Oh, local.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know what I mean?
So the local.
Yeah.
So it really does sit at the top of Universal City, like a court at the, you know, a courtyard at the top of the hill, and that does exist. Of course, they use it now for other shows and commercials. But you can, if you take the tram ride, you can still see.
You can still see the set.
That you can discern which house
What
is
is
which.
Wisteria Lane?
And one of the things that was special about being Susan was that Susan's house was one of the only homes that they call it a practical house,
It's a real house.
meaning that when you saw Susan in her kitchen or her living room, we were actually filming it up on the street. We weren't on a stage where all the other homes, almost all the other homes, you would be on a stage just in a regular like sound studio. So it was quite special. James Denton and Andrea Bowen. And
I know you still see a lot.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to her wedding later this. Can you believe?
Your daughter's all grown up.
I know. I don't know if you have this, but when you meet someone, when I met Andrea, she was 12, 13. It is impossible for me to understand that she's 32 years old now.
Yeah, it's frightening.
And getting married. It's so crazy. But yes, I'm very honored to be one of her guests.
I mean, you just saw I just robbed an apple from our set. Did you rob anything from Desperate Housewives?
I wouldn't call it robbing.
Did you rob anything, Terry Hatcher? It's not a court of law. You can be honest with me.
I did end up with the popsicle Trojan horse from the pilot that Andrea's character is
With the
making,
plug.
and we shove it down the sink in order to fool the plumber. Yes.
I mean, I would have done the same. I would have done the same.
So I think I have that, and I think I actually also ended up with, there was a purple gown, really beautiful purple gown that Susan wore in the limo scene when when Julie's water breaks and Vanessa Williams' character is getting married, and that gown, I somehow ended up with that gown.
What a shame. What a shame.
I think, you know, we would all love to see Desperate Housewives come back. Would you ever bring it back, or even into a film?
Oh gosh, you know, it's just not in my hands. But I you know, it's really not in my hands. But I do recognize that would be an amazing thing for the fans. I mean, which is why James Denton and I a couple of times have had the opportunity to do like a Hallmark Christmas movie together or something. And I think both of us felt like because he, spoiler alert, 20 years later was killed.
I'm still not over it.
I feel like we thought that was the best gesture we could have for the fans, was to sort of have...
You two married again elsewhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, look, we would love to see it.
Yeah.
So I've got all my apples crossed that it could happen sometime.
Well, I'm ready to sign as many as you want.
Please do. We've got a line of apples waiting for you, Terry Hatcher. There's something that we share in common, Terry Hatcher. We've both been kicked off Hinge.
Really?
Yes. People thinking we're catfishes.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me about this. So obviously, the world of dating, especially when you're someone who people recognise, it can be quite difficult. But you go on the apps, but you got kicked off because someone thought you were a catfish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on apps anymore. I'm not.
You're over it now.
I just feel like that's not going to be how it works for me. But the reason I tried in the first place is because I was sort of saying to the universe, I'm open, you know, like I felt like even if it doesn't work, I'm doing a gesture of vulnerability in order to try this. And so that was kind of my emotional spirit when I went on Hinge. And I don't know if people know this, and I don't know if this is how it happens to you, but when you get kicked off, it's not like you get an email or a phone call or a questionnaire.
Like
you just go on and you're blocked.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
says this device can no longer use Hinge.
Yeah,
I was like, sorry, what have I done?
What? Yeah, right, exactly. And so the only recourse I had, I mean, there's no customer service, there's nothing.
No.
So at the time, I was still on Twitter, which I'm not anymore, but at the time, I went on Twitter and was like, hey, Hinge, not sure what happened, that you took my money but kicked me off the app. I don't know what I did.
I was fuming. I had to send me passport somewhere to put me back on.
So they got back to me, and then they very graciously were like, of course you can, we thought you weren't,
I've still had no luck,
pretending
to be
to
honest.
be you or whatever. Yeah, I never did.
Matthew Perry got kicked off.
Yeah,
of
he
it
got kicked off
didn't
as
he?
well.
So he and I kept in touch periodically after I got to work with him on The Odd Couple of years ago, and that was very funny. We would kind of check in like once or twice a year, that kind of text sort of relationship. And when I tweeted, he immediately tweeted me. He said, I got kicked off of Hinge too. What the hell are both of us doing on Hinge anyway? And I thought, you're right. I'm done.
Terry, we absolutely adore you.
Yeah.
It's such a pleasure to have
thank
you on
you
the
so
show. We didn't
much.
even speak about the New Adventures of Superman, but there's so much we could talk to you. Please come back again soon and see us.
I will. Thank you for having me.
It's been such a pleasure. It really,
You've
really
given us
has.
so many iconic roles. Thank you so much.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
It looks incredible. Part 1 of Emily in Paris. Series 4 is available to stream on Netflix from next Thursday, the 15th of August. And Lucien is here with us now to tell us more. Do you know what? It's so lovely to have you on our sofa. I mean, you've hit the big time. This is huge. But it has been a long old career for you, hasn't it? I feel like you've been in this industry forever.
It's been a second, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. And I just feel so thankful to be able to do what I love and to continue to do it and hopefully continue to do it a little bit longer.
A bit too handsome for my liking, to be honest. For Friday, you know. Oh, my word. Because I'll be embarrassing. My daughter's like, he's not on the sofa today because they love Emily and
Muzi, I should give you a shout out, Muzi. How's it going, girl?
Okay.
Sorry, I did that.
Like I'm a protective dad. That's amazing. Muzi will absolutely love that. Because they love Emily in Paris. It's just so much fun, isn't it?
Super sweet. Honestly, and we get to shoot in Paris, everything about it. And I came in second season, so it was a little bit of that coming to, it's like the new kid at school kind of vibe. But kind of got welcomed with open arms. And season 4 is just, we're in it, we're doing it, we're living it. And yeah, it's a magical show to be part of.
And can we just talk about your character, because she's, you know, he's really caught Emily's eye. I mean, Emily, she's a bit of a naughty girl actually. She's caught quite a few people's eyes.
You said it, not me.
Sorry.
You said it, not me.
Sorry. Can we just talk a little bit about your character? And is Emily going to get back with you, or what is going on?
Listen, I think I'm definitely Team Alfie at this point, but I think I think Emily's got some serious decisions to make coming off the back of season 3.
There's a third guy.
There's a third guy comes into it, I believe. I'm not too sure. I've got producers looking at me. Okay, we won't say anything else. But yeah.
But Alfie is, like, you know, he is terribly in love with her. He's a good guy, isn't he?
He's a good guy. I think Alfie wears his heart on his sleeve. And, yeah, I think he wants the best for Emily in the end. And this season sees him being a little bit more selfless in that and putting Emily first, putting other people's feelings first and ahead of his own.
It happens a lot in the sofa, but I expected you to sound like him.
Oh, no, I'm Burnley. I feel like I let people down when I talk to them. I'm like, hiya, mate, you all right? And they're like, nah, it can't be him. It can't be him.
Give us a bit of Alfie. Give us a bit of Alfie. Can you click straight into
Alfie London. How's it going? All right, Cooper.
Oh,
yeah, we dropped that.
That's just done something to me there. Oh, wow. So how's filming?
Can we get Buddy in here to read Josie's mind?
No, I wouldn't. Sorry.
See, the Burnley just doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah, it does. But that was something else. Yeah. So, I mean, you got the role really quickly. You know, with all these big parts, normally take a long time, but not you.
It was bizarre. I was in New York at the time, and I got a call from my manager, and she was just like, "Drop everything you're doing. Darren Starr wants to see you tape for Emily in Paris. So I was like, OK, who do I have to help me tape? So I called a friend of mine. Bless her, she was getting her nails done. I don't know what it is when you have the tin foil on your nails. Anyway, so she comes running into this apartment. Yeah, right, OK. So she comes running in the apartment. We threw up this camera. I think I had about 12, 13 pages of dialogue. I have no idea how I got through it. And we sent the tape off. And about an hour later, we got a phone call saying, Darren and Lily want to Zoom with you tomorrow. And I was like, right, OK. And we had this chat on Zoom. And Lily, bless, it was a Friday. She'd done a whole week at work. She'd done a full day. And she was on this call, just fresh as a daisy, just willing to have this chat. And we spoke for 45 minutes. I have no idea what we spoke about because I was just constantly thinking about my lines, not messing it up kind of thing. And then that was it. The chat was ended. I was like, you don't want me to read? And I was like, no, it's fine.
Did you do the chat in Burnley or in London?
No, I did it in Burnley as well. I was like, hiya, mate, you all right? How's it going, Cock? You good, mate? And then, yeah, I got a phone call saying, you're flying out to Paris on Monday. And then that was it. And I was only supposed to do 2 episodes.
So that's Lily Collins, who plays Emily.
Yeah.
Is your dad Phil Collins?
Her dad is Phil Collins.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, getting all...
No, it's amazing. And she's so lovely. And she's honestly so professional and welcoming and everything you'd want to expect from a leading lady in a show like that. And just the time she has for everyone on set is truly, truly wonderful.
Also, Lucian, the city. Yes. The star of the show. And it's I think it's why it appeals to so many people. The backdrops are just beautiful. It's all shot in Paris.
It's all shot in Paris. I think there's one green screen shot, which is me and Lily in a hot air balloon. But we're living in Paris. We're all kind of, just walking on these sets. It's kind of crazy. I think one of my first scenes I shot was on a bateau mouche, and that's a boat going down the Seine, just fancy word for it. And like you have the Eiffel Tower lighting up, and it's just magical. It's a true summer romance. I feel like I've got with Paris. I'm not there long enough to smell or feel the cracks, but it's magical, and it's given me so much. That's it.
So you've been juggling filming Emily in Paris, as well as you had to jet off and film the Shakira. We cannot have here without talking that Shakira music video. You were like half horse, half man.
It really was.
Then she shot you down. Then she came to your rescue, dabbed on your chest. I mean...
You saw the video?
Shakira.
Saw the video. She consumed the video by the sounds of it.
It's had nearly 40 million views, and you can certainly understand why.
Gosh.
I think Josie's OK with that.
Yeah, so it wasn't as sexy as I thought it would be, but yeah, we got the job done.
Shakira's such a superstar.
She's honestly one of the most beautiful, incredible women I've ever come across in my life. Yeah.
Amazing.
She's magical.
Amazing. Yeah. It's just... To think back to those Grange Hill days and where you are now.
I saw them pictures. That had me creasing.
What are your thoughts? I know. What are your thoughts when you think back to that?
Gosh, I just feel honestly just so thankful. Like, it's kind of weird. My life is kind of dictated by a 10-year-old kid's dream, you know. And I think if anyone kind of asked a 10-year-old what should I do with my life, you'd be like, nah, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm living that kid's dream every day.
And didn't David Beckham have a little part to play in your career as well?
He did, yeah. I got scouted to do this job when I think it was about 10 years old. I was in Manchester window shopping with my mum, and we got scouted to do this Marks and Spencer's campaign, and with David Beckham. And them pictures are so old. Wow, I'm hanging in there in the end. And then he had. I was a bit cheeky and a bit naughty, and he had an assistant an acting school in Manchester. And I went to a couple of classes, and that's how it all started, really.
He saw it in you. He saw it in you.
I guess, yeah, which is so...
Do you know...
David Beckham.
Oh,
cheers,
well,
mate.
Cheers, Bex, because we've got him now. Do you know what? It's so lovely to see you do so well. You're so grounded, you know. You've really, really hit the big time, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer bloke, so well done you.
I've only just noticed those wonderful biceps. I really don't like them.
Oh, you only just noticed?
I mean, oh my word.
All right. Oh, thank you so much for
thank you guys.
And continued success.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Layla joins us now, and you're enjoying those clips as much as we
I'm
are.
looking at Eve's little face. Bless her.
I mean, we talk about Love Island bombshells. That's a proper bombshell arriving in Albert Square.
Yeah.
Just chaos-causing arrival.
Of course,
right?
drama wherever I go.
What was it like, you know, going to Albert Square? What was your first day like? Because it's huge, it's absolutely massive, and it's been a big part of your life for a very long time, hasn't it?
Well, I'm an EastEnder, so I remember the first scene in EastEnders. I remember, like, Dr. Legg going into like a basement apartment or something and finding a dead body. I remember that. And then I used to live next to a place called Arbor Square, so I thought that's where it was. So I'd go, Mummy, please, let's buy a house there so we can be on EastEnders. So EastEnders is like such a big thing for me, and it's always been on my bucket list.
And when you go to the set, if you're looking to go and visit, I visited like 15 years ago, every corner, every doorway is an iconic place where something dramatic and brilliant has happened.
It's the most... I was a bit overwhelmed. I remember I was doing a scene on the square, and I knew we were going to be on the square, but you have these little sort of golf buggies that take you onto set. And as we drove in and we parked, I was like, we're in the square. And he said, yeah, you know... I said, you know, you should have told me. I need to sort of prepare myself for this, because it does. It's just the Queen Vic, everything, the Chippy, everything. It's iconic. It is.
Really? It is, and you've exploded onto the square, and it's watched by so many people. What's the reaction been like? I know it's only a short amount of time, but what has the reaction been like so far?
It's so weird, because I've done films with, like, big names. I remember I did a film with Heath Ledger. I auditioned with Hugh Jackman for Wolverine. No one cares. When you're going on EastEnders, everyone's like, Phil Mitchell. It's all about Phil Mitchell, Lacey Turner, all of these characters. So for me, it's just... And that's how I feel about it. I'm not bothered about, like, the Hollywood sets. This is, like, where it's really at. So I was really, really chuffed, really grateful to be there.
Because a movie is great, but, like, it's a one-off. When you're on something like EastEnders, you're a part of people's weekly lives, aren't you?
Yeah, your daily lives. Yeah, you're in... Well, like you guys, you know, you're on their screens every day. So people are actually... It's taken just 1 week for people to call me Aisha. Amber's well forgotten. She's gone now.
Hilarious.
Well,
finished.
Let's talk about Aisha, because, you know, she's no sitting duck, is she? She's very... Oh, look.
Oh, there it is.
That's the Amber, sorry.
Blood ran cold, right there. Blood ran cold.
Let's talk about your character. Was it lovely taking on a character like that?
Yeah, I think she's... You know, the thing is with Aisha, she's smart, she's intelligent, she's independent, and she's really kind as well. But the thing is, EastEnders is much like Footballers' Wives. You just never really know, is this who she really is? Anything could happen, literally anything in that storyline. So taking her on, and they give you the freedom as well to develop your character. Although you don't have much time on set to perform, you do get time to talk about your character and just develop her. So that was really, really good fun.
Well, we've got a little preview of Aisha in action. Let's have a look at you.
So where have you been? I kept in a mate's spare room.
Because I was thinking all sorts.
Oh, well. At least you weren't on your own. Looks like you've been well comforted.
I think that's my cue to leave.
Oh, you think?
Don't, Eve.
Do you want to maybe check upstairs, see if there's anything you've forgotten?
I came here to check on my friend. But I think we know who the real enemy is. It's just a real shame that you think so little of the woman that you proposed to.
I don't want to...
Do you know my favourite bit there is when you go...
And I do that in real life. That's the other thing. So it just came out. It shouldn't have been there.
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I couldn't... You know, what's going on between them two?
Well, they're just friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
all right.
they're just friends. That's all I'm saying.
Not giving too much away there. Like,
no,
very
they're
good.
close friends. I mean, you know, you've got to remember they were neighbours, and she's come in. Nish is dying, so it's a lot for Aisha to take on. But there's that sort of familiarity with Suki's character, and so I think it's she's found, and they've both changed their lives so much since they last saw each other. So
Can we reminisce? Can we reminisce?
I know where you're going with this.
Boys and girls, before Ted Lasso, there was Ted Lasso's naughty younger brother called Footballers' Wives.
Absolutely.
Oh, it was just so different and so out there, wasn't it?
It was completely outrageous, and it was so much fun. The characters were absolutely mental. I was a complete bunny boiler, and I absolutely loved it. You could go anywhere. You could go as far as you wanted with the character, because in Footballers' Wives land, it worked. Everyone believed it. I mean, I was was digging up my dead baby with a champagne bucket, as you do. You know,
and it's back on ITVX now, so everybody's talking about it again and everybody's watching it. Are people stopping you as Amber as well?
Always, always. It's like you're in Iceland and they're like, what are you doing in Iceland? You should be in Waitrose. Like, what are you shopping in here for? But it was just, no, everyone, it's Amber Gates. I'll always be Amber Gates.
Because you haven't changed a bit.
You don't look any different. You do not look... I turned around, I thought, God, you just look exactly the same.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
How much laughing did you do on the set of Footballer's Wife?
Always, always. We'd get the scripts and I'd be phoning up the producer going, we can't do this. This is outrageous. And like, well, that's why we're doing it. So you'd read these scripts, the lines, acting it as well. Me and Ben Richards, we'd constantly be just like take after take because we just couldn't stop laughing. Some of the things are just crazy.
You've taken on some of these huge roles. You've played these really powerful women, incredible roles, and roles that we all remember. But you're very big into manifesting, aren't you?
Yes.
You spent quite a bit of time in India.
I lived in India for 7 years, and I didn't know I was manifesting, but I always used the practice of manifesting. And I remember being up on the Nepalese border, the Tibetan border, and we were stuck there because there was a landscape. And I really got into Buddhism, and I just spent time with the monks there. And I thought, I really want to meet the Dalai Lama. So I manifested that. And a month later, I was in the same room with him. He blessed me. So I was like, this works. This really works. So I didn't put the title to it, but it's the same practice.
How does your manifestation take place? What are you doing? So you're imagining something you want to
happen? Well, there's many steps before you start imagining. You've got to get rid of the self-doubt, the self-limiting beliefs. That's really hard work. And then you've got to, visualise it. And what happens is your subconscious wants to please you. It wants to help you. And so you start doing... It's not just about sitting there and thinking about things and they'll happen. You actually start doing things. It's a very active practice, but it works. It's a science.
OK, so it is a real thing, because even subconsciously, you're taking the steps towards that end goal.
Yeah, because you've got rid of that self-doubt as well. And you're worthy of it. You've got to believe that you're worthy of it.
And that must help with your etiquette classes for children.
Yes. I mean, you know, I've had so many parents that go, no, my child's a lost cause.
Yeah, well, I said the same thing.
Yeah, and they're not. And it's not about fitting in. It's not about having a certain personality or speaking in a certain accent. It's just about manners. It's about... And I do workshops for children, and we just teach them that manners, manners are good, and we're taking away all the stuffy stuff that you don't need in modern day. But we teach them about introductions, how to introduce yourself properly, because a lot of people think it's like, oh, nice to meet you, but that's the wrong way to introduce yourself. Table manners, what you do at the table, what you should and shouldn't do. And it's really, it gives them so much confidence. I went to military school and then went into finishing school. So the confidence I got from finishing school, though it was quite stuffy, was just I could walk into a room in any country and know what to do, and I think it's great for confidence building.
Would you mind spending 10 minutes with the crew here after the show, because you can see what happens after a Phil Vickery cream
I noticed a few of them, and I've got their names down.
Get you lot sorted out.
Oh, absolute pleasure to meet you.
To see you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, congratulations in your role.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Big warm welcome back to you. Now, all morning we've been dancing to the very best of the 80s floor fillers, and now the disco diva himself has joined us. It's Craig Revel Horwood, and this is one of his 80s favourites, and we've got a great picture from him.
Oh, yes.
From the era. Oh, my goodness, Craig.
Oh, my word.
Actually, it looks like I'm trying to recreate that now, because I am growing the beard and I'm growing my hair just that little bit longer.
You look
Is that
so
a bad
cool.
thing?
Did you love the 80s?
I adored the 80s. I was so pleased that I was born in 1965 so I could enjoy the 80s in my 20s. And that's when my dance career sort of started. And, of course, there was all those... Tony Basil was around with Mickey. Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. And, of course, I did a dance class with her in the 80s, which was amazing. I was scared to death because she's an amazing classical ballerina. But... people probably don't even know who she is now.
But, you know, no, I think a lot of these tunes are... I know my kids are listening to a lot of this stuff again, and they go, Dad, have you heard of this amazing band? You know, they're called U2. I'm familiar with
but they're
them, you know.
still going, at least,
that's
aren't
true,
they,
yes.
in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
But Gold is one of my favourites. And like you, Sweet Dreams, I love
yeah.
the Eurythmics. Annie Lennox, because I used to live near her in Crouch End when I first came over, and that was like a huge, big wow moment for me.
You are celebrating the 80s in your musical. We are going to talk about that, but Craig, I know a lot of viewers at home going, Craig's on the sofa, you must ask him about Strictly. Let's deal with that, and then we'll talk about the musical.
Absolutely.
Look, it's been a huge story because it's the nation's favourite Saturday night show, let's be honest. Your view on it, how much did you know? How much did
I knew nothing. The judges are very separate. When the story erupted and came out in the press, I was shocked, along with all the other judges. And I couldn't quite believe it, because we meet the pros and we meet the celebs on occasion throughout the show. But we're very separate. We're on level 2, for instance, and then we're ushered. For obvious reasons, we shouldn't be sort of talking to them or jeering them up before the show at all as judges. So we take that part of it seriously. We have nothing to do whatsoever with their training or how they get there to that point on the Saturday night. We don't even see the camera rehearsals on the Friday, so we literally come in on the Saturday, judge what we see for that 1 minute 30, and then it's done. I just want the investigation to be over so I can find out myself the truth, because I have nothing really to say. It's really hard to pass judgment or comment on he said this, she said that. It's really difficult, and it has erupted. And of course, I've watched, the Amanda tape and all of that sort of stuff, and I've just blown away by the whole situation.
So you were surprised and shocked?
Yeah, completely and utterly shocked by the whole situation.
Craig, are the BBC taking the necessary steps to investigate this properly?
Yes, well, I hope so. I really hope so, for their sake. And mine, of course, and the future of Strictly Come Dancing. It is a serious issue, and I think it has to be addressed. And I think putting chaperones in is a really great idea. We had them all through the theatre. We have a psychologist in the theatre in case, the rehearsals are getting too much for you. You've got someone to go to talk about it, to say, and having a chaperone in the room is just that one extra eye.
We know the dancing world is very, very competitive. There is a lot of competition out there, and I don't care what anybody says, you guys are built differently. You are built differently. Your training is like something else.
Like an Olympian.
Yes.
You don't become an Olympian with someone not telling you what's wrong with your work, But of course, you have to remember, Strictly is not the Olympics. It's a bunch of celebrities learning to dance from scratch, from nothing, by amazing pros who have been in their business since they were 3, and trained within an inch of their lives. So you're putting 2 very different powerhouses together, and the celebrities are already famous for something else.
The culture's different. And it's different in sport, as you say, as well. You can be harsher, you are harsher. I mean, you've been through that. You were dancing from a young age. Was it like that for you?
Yes, it was. But, I mean, that was 45 years ago we're talking about now, when I started training. And I had a Russian ballet teacher who used to hit us with canes.
Never.
Well, it was actually quite good, I thought, at the time. I mean, obviously, that would not be allowed now. But, I mean, she was sat there and she'd get up and, just whack the under of our hamstrings to make sure we weren't lifting from the thigh, because that's really important in dance, that you change your attitude in your mind. Obviously, nowadays, teaching has changed. Even at schools, teaching has changed. I remember, in 1973, being caned for not being able to tell the time. I mean, if your child was sent to a school now and they still had caning, but that life has developed and changed in the teaching world everywhere. And I don't mean just in dance, but in training in the Olympics, for instance, for acrobatics, for everybody. So I think it's really important to know what is and what isn't allowed, and I just can't wait for the investigation to be done so we can get on and start enjoying
and
our
a cultural
new
change
series.
off the back of it as well.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, we have woke culture, we have all of that, and I think it's a good thing. And I think it's a good thing that the chaperones are going in. I think it's a good thing because it not only protects the dancer or the pro, it protects the celeb as well as the production team, because you've got you know, these tapes, you've got, as you know, you work in television, there is a film crew in there the whole time.
Yeah.
You've got a cameraman, you've got someone doing the lighting, someone doing the sound, and an AP, assistant producer. So, you know.
Craig, if you wouldn't have had that level of training, you know, that harshness, that hardness, do you think you'd be who you are today?
Probably not, actually. But, you know, I needed people to tell me what was wrong with my dancing. I was never abused,
yeah.
You know, and I don't condone that in any way, shape or form. You know, I think that if that is a problem, then it should be eradicated immediately, you know. So, but I certainly know that tough love was good for me because it made me fight, it made me want it even more.
Tough Love can be the name of your next musical.
Yes, very good.
This one, though, is celebrating the 80s.
It is.
And we're really excited about it because the soundtrack for it is fabulous. Tell us all about it.
Well, Now, everyone knows the Now albums. Yes. They were the first time you could get a compilation of all different hits all in the one place. I remember I used to have to try and record them from the radio if I want to make a compilation tape to give someone as a present. I mean, there's kids out there that will have no idea what I'm talking about. But when the Now albums came out, they were already compiled for you. You could just sling them on and off you go and party, and I absolutely loved them. And there were so many that we could choose from now that's what I call a musical, which is what the musical's based on. And it's to celebrate, really, literally 40 years of Now albums. And Pippa Evans, who is our writer, fabulous comedian, has written an adorable script to go with all of these wonderful tunes like Gold, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. You know, like everyone you can possibly imagine is in the show. There's going to be a lot of fantastic dancing. We've got Nina, who is amazing, leading the company. We've got Sunita coming in. Sonia, darling, Jay. We've got who go back in time and see themselves as they were in the 80s.
And we're just going to put a new microphone on there, if you don't mind.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that microphone
Did you hear
couldn't have
any
the
of my
brightness of your shirt.
explanation?
Well, I did. I don't know if anybody else did, but I did, and it was great. Do you know what? It sounds like
that was
the
a
perfect...
mouthful. Anyway, it's going to be great.
I take it now. Thanks very much.
No, but it is fabulous. It's a story about two women who look back on their lives, and it goes back in time 20 years, and then right at the very end, it goes forward 20 years. So we're set in 2009, we're set in 2029, and also set in 1989, and that's where the music that supported all the drama from their lives came from. So it's a way of living through music and sort of pushing your life through music. Of course, they have ups and downs. So at this reunion that they attend, they find out a lot about each other that they didn't know. So
it's a musical that you can bring your kids along to. You'll get something out of it. They'll enjoy it too.
Oh,
it's lovely. There's a family.
It's for the whole family. It's a really family show. And it's also to introduce all those wonderful hits, you know, to a new generation, I hope, because they still stand by themselves, you know, and I think that's a great thing.
It's like the perfect musical. Do you know what? I was reading everything that you're up to, and Craig, are you on Duracell Bunny Batteries?
Well, it's a little bit crazy at the moment because my album called Revelations, Boys Songs Don't Sing, comes out on the 18th of October, so I'm still working hard every hour of the day to make that perfect.
Now, this is a revelation to me. I didn't know you could sing.
No, well, neither did I, darling, until I went to the studio, and then there it was.
How did you find out?
Well, I sang all my life, really, actually, but because I was in Cats and Miss Saigon and lots of musicals, but it's always back row of the chorus. And when I went on my tour of All Balls and Glitter, my solo tour, lots of fans were saying, oh, have you got anything recorded? And I thought, actually, no, I don't, as a matter of fact. So it's a bucket list thing. So I've done that, ticked that little box, which is great. And then, of course, Strictly's coming. We've got the tour, then my album tour. Darling, I could go on.
But I
cannot
much.
wait. But I'm so much looking forward to starting the musical on Monday with the full company.
Pencil a long holiday in there as well.
Yeah, it sounds like the perfect musical. Thank you, Craig.
so
now,
much.
tickies for Now, that's what I call music, UK and in Ireland are on sale now, and that is for the tour. Now, thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, shock moment, that's for sure. Back from the summer love, Joey Essex is here with fellow Love Islander. A new flame, Jessie, how are you?
So good, we're literally loving life, taking it all in.
Give people an idea at home what happens when the show ends, like what happens to your life in reality.
my life's completely changed. So I'm gone from like a normal 9-to-5 account management position to being on the sofa with you guys. So it's completely different for me, but loving every second.
Joey, it's not different from you, though. Like, we know you. You're a regular on reality TV.
Yeah.
What made you apply for Love Island?
I just loved the show, you know, and it was something that I wanted to tick off my bucket list. And, yeah, well, I mean, when the opportunity got given, I said 100%, you know. I was well up for it.
Were you looking to find love then? Were you
Yeah.
probably looking to find love?
I mean, me going in the villa, that was my main aim, to go in there and find love. Also have fun on the way, you know. You know, I was in there, and that's exactly what I did, you know.
Oh, so you were properly loved up?
Love is in the air.
Love is
Love
in the
is
air.
in the air.
But it's only in the air, it hasn't landed fully. Is that where... Are you exclusive to use...
We are exclusive. Yeah, we are exclusive, yeah.
The way that you're looking at each other, I think that maybe there is a lot of love in the air at the moment.
you know, might want to...
Joey's waiting to say it.
I think Jessie
he's on the edge of the top of this turn.
Do you know, I mean, there were times I was like... I got quite fatherly, and I thought you were a naughty boy, and I wanted to give you a little clip, you know. I just wanted, like, is he doing this for the crack? Because it's a TV show and you're aware of it, or were you just, like, that flighty when you were in there?
I mean, when we talk about, say, pot stirring, you know, everyone's encouraged to pot stir. The difference with me is that I don't hesitate, you know what I mean? I just do what I need to do, and, you know, I know what the producers want, so that's the difference. And with the other Islanders, you know, people don't want to go out there and upset people and, you know, and I get that, and I respect that. But the difference with me, with 13 years' experience, I know what to do, and that's what I do.
Can I clarify something with you, right? And Jessie, you're the sensible half of this relationship, right? When something is a secret mission, you don't even say it's a secret mission. You don't talk about the mission. So Mimi, who won and is just a fabulous person, she wanted to have a chat with Io, who is one of her exes. Stay in touch, this gets complicated. She wanted to have a chat with him on the terrace on the sly, asked you to coordinate it, and you failed, but not your fault.
Lucky I failed.
But then you didn't tell everyone what you were doing, but you said it was a secret mish.
This was my argument as well.
Yeah, in the game, I was getting a lot of, you know, words thrown at me, so I thought, OK, well, now, you know, the secret mission was always going to get brought up because I knew that the whole world knew about it on the outside of the villa. So the only people who didn't know about it was the inside. And eventually, when they got outside, everyone's going to know. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, this needs to be spoke about one day. Yeah.
But the whole secret mission name definitely made it more dramatic.
But then what was it? I didn't know what else it was, because to me it was
a conversation.
It was a bit of a mission. So
I think because it kept being brought up and brought up. And Joe, have you got any? Because you know, I've known you for years. I think the world of you. Have you got any regrets? And did we see the real you in there?
I have no regrets. You know what it's like. You know, there is an edit, and I played the pantomime villain. Right. And you know, I went in there and I did what I had to do, and you know, I did enjoy it. I had so much fun. That's what I went in there to do, just to have fun and find love. And I came out and I got Jessie, and you know, we got each other. So yeah, it's.
Oh, OK. So you went in to find love, and you got Jessie. Ergo, you have found love. Therefore, you are in love. So you've said it, but not said it.
That's
an exclusive right there.
I mean, look.
Just
saying.
You keep talking about me and Jessie moving in together. I mean.
Yeah.
We don't want to rush anything. I think when you rush things, it can mess it up very quickly.
And
so
with me and Jessie in the villa, we didn't want to rush anything, and I feel like we did that because we never wanted to do anything under pressure. So we didn't feel the need when bombshells are being thrown in and trying to step in our way. I was giving so many tests, you know, even Jessie was involved in the tests. And we never wanted to go exclusive or get into a heavy relationship because we was under pressure, and that's why we did things so slowly.
Yeah.
We never showed any red flags. You know, we was never vulnerable. So there's only one way to get us out. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at.
Jessie, I mean, you've been thrust into a world now, and you've been thrust into a world in a relationship, and I've been there. There is a lot of pressure, and you're being asked questions that you probably hadn't even thought about as a couple because you're a brand new couple. I mean, how are you handling that pressure right now?
I think because I've got Joey, it makes it a lot easier. I'm really enjoying the whole process, and we're just taking our time. I think even though people are asking these questions, we don't feel pressured to rush anything or try to do anything for somebody else. So we're taking our time and just enjoying each other's company.
I got to say, what I did like about you, Jessie, is you always had his back.
Yeah.
You did. You were very, very loyal to Joey. I think you were really... Did you feel like she was loyal to you, Joey?
Of course, yeah. We always knew that, you know?
Even when you weren't around, Jessie had your back as well.
I know. Well, my sister came in and she told me, you know, what she had seen, you know, when she was in Casa. And, you know, she was loyal to me and I was loyal to her and we always had each other's back, didn't we?
I would always have Joey's back, but at the same time, I'm not going to embarrass him in public if I think he's wrong. And also, I think I got a lot of stick for having his back a bit too much, but half the time I was just trying to explain what Joey means because Joey says things and it's not quite how he meant them to come across.
You're strong as well, and I really liked that because my daughters and my wife, you know, we watched it every single night, and they really looked up to you. They really liked you both. They really enjoyed it. So I hope you don't mind. It's a little indulgent. They said, "Dad, can you ask these questions?" And I said, "Well, you ask them." So my daughter Muireann has a question for you. Okay, so if you could just have a look at the screen there, and this is Muireann asking the question.
Hi, Joey and Jessie. I have 2 questions for you both. Joey, have you brought Jessie back to Essex yet? And do you think she's ream?
First of all, she is so ream. And yeah, we went back to Essex yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, it didn't take long. We were apart for 12 hours.
She was
before I ended up at his house.
She was actually back at mine within, what, about 12 hours?
12 hours, yeah.
She went home and then next morning she was at mine about 9 a.m, so
straight
yeah.
away.
I'll be in terrible trouble. My 13-year-old daughter Elsa has a question for you as well, OK? I'll be in trouble if I don't ask it. Jessie, is Joey scared of your dad?
I think Joey is scared of my dad.
Her dad's a legend.
He's a scary man and he should be scared. I think if you weren't scared of my dad, then...
He gives you the tightest handshake you've ever had.
But you know what that handshake's doing? Because the parents came into the villa to meet everybody. And the way he spoke to you, it was all nice, but the handshake, and that's saying, you hurt her, I hurt you.
He likes him, but I think it was a little bit of a warning at the same time.
Joey, is it true that you're quitting reality TV?
I wouldn't... I'm taking a huge break, you know. I feel like I've done, you know, every reality show possible now. I don't think I'd really want to do Strictly. And yeah, I'm just taking a break, and I've got some opportunities over in America at the moment, so I feel like maybe I might, you know, take it over to there.
And you know, you had quite a lot of controversial headlines when you got out. Was that quite hard to deal with, Joey?
Not really.
No,
you know,
took it on the chin.
You know, I feel like my journey in the Love Island villa might have, you know, been a bit like that way, like controversy, but at the end of the day, you know, not everyone's going to love you and hate, you know, love you all the time, do you know what I mean? It's like, obviously, I know the situation and, you know, luckily I'm strong-minded and very resilient.
You were both so entertaining, and it was a great watch. And look, the best of luck, whatever happens next, just go with it.
Yeah,
I hope you find love and, you know, a long life together. That would be a lovely end to the story.
We wish you all the best in your relationship. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Who knew Holly Willoughby, our very own Mystic Meg there, predicted 5?
She knows her sport, because what you say, stuff on the sofa, it happens. So if you say Tom Daly's going to make 6 Olympics, he'll go to LA and he'll bag another one. That's what's going to happen. I'm delighted to say Olympic legend, all-round great fella, Tom Daly, joins us now live from Paris, from the Eurosport sofa, now part of the punditry team there. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, not going to lie, since the competition, but it's been amazing, actually. And I've gone into my 5th games, compete in front of my family and friends. It was really special.
Tom, you look tired.
I feel tired. Yeah, you look tired. Oh, thank you very much.
No, I mean, you look great. But have you been celebrating that silver medal?
Sadly not, because, you know, I've been with my family, which has been the nice thing. So I've been up early with the kids this morning.
Phoenix keeping them awake, you see. There you go.
Yeah,
Tom,
yeah.
The lovely thing about you is we've watched you over the years. I mean, we've just shown a clip of you there, and you must have been about 13, 14. And we've gone through it with you. Is it strange, you know, watching your life back and everybody knows your ups and downs?
It does feel very weird to have, you know, my whole life documented in that way. But at the same time, I kind of feel lucky to be able to have that moment for my kids to be able to one day look back and see all of the things that I did and all of the things that they've kind of helped me and inspired me to do. You know, if it wasn't for Robbie, I wouldn't have come back for these Olympic Games. And, you know, I'm very glad that I did, you know, coming away with another medal. But it's also really special whenever I bump into people in the streets or whatever, and people are asking questions about, you know, my diving. I swear people know more about my life sometimes than I do myself and where I'm going to be. But it is, you know, it's been great to come back and be part of Team GB again.
And, you know, you as you said, you were 13 or 14 and you were one of the youngest Olympians of all time. And that is a lot for a 13 or 14-year-old to have on their shoulders. Did you feel that incredible amount of pressure at the time?
I think when I was younger, I didn't really know what I was doing. I felt like, you know, most 14-year-olds, you know, I probably thought I knew everything about what the Olympics was going to be. But when you go into your first Olympic Games, you have no idea of the scale of it. And I just remember the first time I walked to the end of the platform, looked over the edge and saw the Olympic rings on the bottom of the pool. It really kind of just made me think like, oh my goodness, this is the moment that I've been dreaming of, the moment that I've wanted to, you know, I've dreamed of my whole life to be able to participate in an Olympic Games, and to be able to do that 5 times, and one of them being a home games in London, you know, it's pretty special.
Because athletes, you only think in 4-year cycles, really, don't you, Tom? At 14, 15, you weren't thinking, you know, Paris 2024. You just don't think that way, do you?
No, exactly. You think one cycle at a time. And I think that's something that's really good for athletes, to think in 4-year cycles, but it's also really difficult when you finish a 4-year cycle to think, I have to start that 4-year cycle all over again and get ready for the next one. And as an athlete gets older and older, you have that feeling of, you know, will I get to do another Olympic Games? Because nothing's ever guaranteed. You know, in 2008, that could have been my first and last Olympics. So when you get to an Olympic Games, you have to really try and cherish it. And that's something that I've really learned in the last couple of Olympics, was to really enjoy the moment, really soak it in and take every single part of that experience and try and be as present as possible.
You're there because Robbie, your son, said, Dad, I'd love to see you compete. And what a lovely thing to be able to give your family, that memory. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have gone to Paris, no?
No, exactly. It was about 15 months ago that we were in the Olympic and Paralympic Museum in Colorado Springs. And at the end of it, there was this inspirational video about what it means to be an Olympian. And at the end of it, I was crying. My husband, Lance, turns to me and is like, oh, no, like, I know what this means. And Robbie was like, what's the matter, Papa? And I was like, you know, I miss diving and I miss the sport. And, you know, after taking 2 years away from it, he said to me, well, Papa, I want to see you dive at the Olympics. And, you know, that was it. That got me back in the pool to have a little try. And I didn't know if I was going to make the synchro team. I didn't know if we were going to be able to qualify a spot for Team GB. But, you know, getting back into it and falling back in love with the sport again was really, really, you know, I've really enjoyed it and I've really loved this year.
Tom, you know, because you are a family man now, and you've got your amazing husband, Lance, which you've credited him. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? But how did you both fit it all in? I mean, you're an Olympian. The amount of training that you put towards your sport is unimaginable, especially with 2 kids. How did you do it all?
Oh, it is so incredibly tough. And I think any parents that are both working will be able to, you know, confirm this. It is really hard to be able to have 2 working parents and be able to have, you know, lots of time for your kids. And my husband has been so incredibly supportive because, you know, originally, you know, I thought I was done after Tokyo. And then 2 years later, I'm like, I want to go back. And he has been incredible with really putting his career to the side for me to be able to have the time to train, have the time to compete and do all the training camps. And, you know, I think it's definitely going to be my turn for a little bit now. Yeah. But it's been, you know, I owe it to him. And I think that's with athletes. You don't realise how many people behind you are supporting you and are there for you to be able to achieve your dreams. So they are really the unsung heroes behind Olympians, is the family members that are there to support you and, you know, give you everything that you need to be able to perform at your best.
That's the thing. The individual wins the medal, but the family and the community make the medal. And this is the other point about watching you grow and all these wonderful things that have happened in your life, but also your relationship with your dad, and your dad, God rest his soul, was able to spend so much time with you before that first Olympics. And when he passed, we went through that with you. Yeah. He played such an important part in your life, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was my biggest cheerleader, biggest supporter. I always knew exactly where he was sitting in the crowd with his massive flag that he would wave. And yeah, you know, I feel like everything happens for a reason in a weird way, but you know, my dad did get to see me compete at my first Olympics in 2008, and that was an outside chance that I would ever qualify. He also got to see me win my first world title in 2009 when I was 15, and I do wonder, would I have ever won that, you know, if he would still be around? And it's, yeah, I do hope that he would be incredibly proud of the things that I've achieved since then, and you know, I remember I went to like a sports aid ball when I was about 10 years old, and I said on that stage that I would go to 5 Olympic Games and win an Olympic gold medal for Team GB. And, you know, he was in the audience then, and I feel like, you know, he's been helping me and guiding me along that way as well.
That's lovely.
Oh, lovely. You know, your dad supported you, and then you get to look over on that diving board, and your 2 kids and your husband are there. It's this, and I think that's what we love to watch, isn't it? You know, you're a family guy, and you've made it, and you've brought it home again, and you've also got a book out soon, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I've got, you know, I did a kids' book. It came out a few months ago, and it was, you know, that was really fun to watch. That was actually Robbie's probably favourite thing that I've done so far, because bedtime stories became very exciting and interesting. It's called Jack Splash. It's about a diver and his friends and overcoming adversity, working together as a team and spreading kindness and love. And I think that's a really important message for kids nowadays. And it was really fun to, you know, be a part of that.
You're on the TV stuff, and I can't wait to work with you now. You're hopefully going to be around for the closing ceremony. I bet you want a party there as well. It's going to be a busy old weekend for you. How are you enjoying life on telly?
Yeah, it's been really fun, actually, because, you know, when I was getting ready to compete, I was so focused on the competition. But now being able to be here for the Bonsoir Paris show every night, and also being able to catch all the action, you know, whether it's the swimming, the gymnastics, the diving, whatever you want, you can catch it all on Discovery Plus. And it makes it so easy to be able to stay up to date with all the Olympic action, because, you know, there's a lot going on every single day.
What's that, Tom? There's 3,800 hours of Olympic coverage on Eurosport and Discovery Plus. Is that what you said there? Yeah. Actually, fun thing, right? Fun thing, right? They have it on the app as well. So, because we're here next week as well, you could watch us on This Morning and have the app and watch the Olympics on there. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can stay with us for the duration. Tom, I think you look amazing.
You could double screen it.
You could double screen it. You look amazing. Yourself and Noah, congratulations, by the way, on the silver medal.
Thank you.
I think you have another medal in you. Sorry, I'm just saying LA for the next Olympics. Are we saying
I mean, we'll
a definite
see.
No? We're saying we'll see.
I'll be 34 then. I don't know if I'll be able to get out of bed and still carry on diving, but you never know. I thought I was done after the last one, and then here I am. So, you know, but Robbie's already cashed in his token, but maybe Phoenix will want to cash in the token.
So we're not saying retirement here. We're not. I can smell an exclusive Tom Daly when I see one. We're not saying retirement. We're saying live on British TV today, Tom Daly may compete in LA. Correct?
Who knows? Who knows? You know, we'll see. I mean, I'm enjoying it right now, having a little bit of time to be able to not be in the pool every day. But, you know, we'll see. No big decisions yet.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Send our love to Lance, Tom. And I love the jumper that you knitted, your GB jumper.
Thank you.
It was lovely.
Thank you.
See you next week, buddy.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Tom. Yeah. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.